680's Richard Southern joins us. Richard, marijuana stocks soaring on word that the drug will be legal for recreational use October 17th. You're talking to, I'm sure he's one happy CEO of the Canada's largest pot company.
One very rich CEO now, too, because he owns a lot of the stock. And I wanted to get his opinion, by the way, Francis, on a story our Cynthia Mulligan is all over today, and that's what Doug Ford, the premier designate, might do for marijuana when he indeed takes office. But yes, it was reefer madness on Bay Street today with the medical marijuana stocks going right to the moon. Canopy Growth up 6.6%. This is the biggest company in the space. Its stock at a record about $45. It's CEO Bruce Linton joining me on the phone. Bruce, what do you think about the possibility of Doug Ford maybe selling cannabis in private stores?
People ask me, what's your favorite version? I'll tell you in a year when we see which one works best. I really think what's important is that people see the end of prohibition happening, and sometimes you have to signal that with a lot of controls.
Where do you see this market and your company, say, 3 years from now, Bruce?
Probably where the biggest, most painful disruptor the pharma business has had in 50 years and the alcohol business in 100. That means it's a globally disrupting, transformative platform. And it's just because I'm not saying cannabis is great for everything or terrible for everything. I'm saying it has been unjustly perceived in a way that it never had a chance to actually show what its potential was. And now we're going to, because it's a regulated, federally controlled platform.
So this is Francis, how they justify the huge valuations. These stocks are priced to perfection. Many investors say they're way too high right now, but you hear the CEOs like that saying, we can disrupt the medical business, we can disrupt the alcohol business, and that's sort of the argument that's being made for these stocks right now.
Yeah, and interesting the use of language, right? Disruptor and prohibition. So you know where their headspace is over the next
Absolutely.
Canadian investors celebrating tonight after the TSX reached an all-time high.
Yeah, record high here. TSX going out at quite the ominous number. Speaking of marijuana stocks, Francis, we closed at 16,420, which was the record high today. Still, Bay Street's up only 1.3% on the year, underperforming many other global equity markets. What's been the best performers this year? Yes, it's been the cannabis stocks, but the best overall performing stock in 2018, Canada Goose, the parka maker. So yeah, things looking a little bit better at King and Bay these days.
Yeah, but the bird, the loonie, good old loonie, not doing so well at its lowest point all year because of the trade war fears.
Yeah, that's true. The trade war and the expectation now that the Bank of Canada will maybe on hold with any future interest rate hikes. So the Canuck buck, Francis, it is down to just above 75 cents U.S. Takes $1.33, almost $1.34 Canadian to buy $1 U.S. Not great for the many getting set to maybe head south for their summer vacation. So yeah, the loonie, one of the worst performing currencies actually in the world this year, Francis.
This is terrible timing for the summer vacations coming up.
Not good timing. We also saw it trail off ahead of March break. So yeah, the currency market's got to get up with our vacation schedule, I think.
And you know, you're going to need all that money, right, if you want to head down south. And people are saying malls are dying, but in Florida, they're actually planning to build the largest mall in North America.
Yeah, get a look at the sketch here. This is called the American Dream Mall. It's going to be built in Miami, Florida. $4 billion, 6 million square feet. And they hope to buck the retail online trend, Francis, by making this more of an experience. So there's going to be a giant water park. There's going to be a big outdoor ice rink, and an artificial ski slope.
Wow.
Submarine rides, dozens of gourmet must-go-to restaurants, and up to 1,200 stores. So this is actually, I think, the future for malls, you know, trying to make it more of an experience. We're seeing that in some of the malls in the GTA.
Dubai.
Absolutely, like Dubai, with the indoor ski slope. But you know,
and rink,
what's the hottest talked about feature at one of our GTA malls lately? It's the Cheesecake Factory. Yorkdale has nothing to do with clothing stores, everything to do with a restaurant with an experience.
Well, as a Canadian, can I go to that mall, buy shoes, you know, scuff them up and smuggle them back across the border? Yeah.
I'll rat you out to Trump. You know
would
that.
You? Oh,
I would.
Okay. Well, one of the world's leading investment banks thinks that it's important room in our homes that could soon disappear.
You know what it is? It's the bathroom, Francis.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't worry. It's the kitchen.
Oh, because I'm like, where am I going to do my thinking then?
UBS says the kitchen could be a thing of the past by the year 2030. The growth in food delivery apps could mean, it says, that no one does their cooking at home in the future. UBS says that we could see the cost of ordering decrease to such an extent that it would be cheaper to order your food in than to prepare it at home. And it's that fact that would lead to the decline of the kitchen. UBS says they're expecting more drone delivery, more robots to get involved in food preparation, and could end up that most of the food we eat is made outside of our house and just delivered to us.
I don't know about that. There's nothing like a home-cooked meal
That is
right?
true. That is true. Grandma's not going to go for this story.
That's right. Neither will the D'Souza's. All right. Thank you, Richard. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks.